When we met, I'm concerned about the administration's current position on federal workers. Many of these federal workers serve their country. They do jobs with enormous passion and pride. They view it as a calling. I know the President-elect or the President has put in place a federal employee hiring freeze. As he says that was to address the dramatic expansion federal workforce in recent years. But Mr. Mulvaney, are you aware that the size of the federal civilian workforce relative to the country's population has actually declined dramatically over the last number of decades, and that it's actually smaller now than it was under President Reagan?
I was not aware of that piece of data.
I'd hope you'd relay that. Are you aware that, according to the GAO, nearly 1/3 of the federal workforce is eligible for retirement between now and 2019?
I was not aware of that, but that doesn't surprise me.
Well, do you agree that if we're going to recruit and retain the best workers, and they're going to have to do a job that continues, there's going to be challenges, we all look at ways that we can get our budget into balance. How are we going to do that when we've got disparity between public and private sector payment, when we send these kind of messages about the value of federal workers on a going forward basis? How will you reinforce that value statement to a workforce that right now is very concerned?
Senator, I think you and I discussed, I think the federal government probably could do better in dealing with employees who are exemplary and better with dealing with employees who fall below our expectations. And all I can say to you is I look forward to figuring out a way to solve both ends of that problem.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.